All right, hello and welcome to this business masterclass. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to start a business, whether you've never started a business before or you've had some experience. Today is going to be different. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it step by step and do it effectively and fast. It's going to be filled with actionable information. So let's get right into it. All right, why listen to me? So I have 11 plus years of experience in both corporate world and in business. I've worked for Fortune 500 companies like Procter and Gamble, Citibank, Accenture. Did some projects for Microsoft and Facebook. I founded multiple businesses, including two startups, and one of them was venture funded. I've experienced across diverse industries. So worked in fashion, finance, real estate, entertainment. I sold hundreds of thousands of physical and digital products. So why start a business? Why even bother? Guys, it is the only way to be wealthy and create a life of freedom and independence. You can't do that working a 9 to 5. You just can't. And you don't want to be stuck in a cubicle every day, miserable, working for someone else's dream. Having 20 days of holidays per year, some shitty holidays because you cannot afford proper holidays to spend better quality time with your family and friends. That's not how life should be lived. You want to build something of value to yourself, to your family, something you can reflect on when you're 90 years old and be proud of, something you wake up to every day and be excited about. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, step by step. So let's get started. So, throughout my experience starting different businesses in completely different industries, I've learned that building a business is actually a skill that anybody can learn. I mean, anybody. It's not something random that you start and hope it's going to succeed. And most people don't even start or don't even try or take too long to start because they have no idea what they're doing or what to do. Which is why I developed this framework. It's called the S.T.A.R.T framework to help anybody in any industry start a business quickly and effectively. It starts by shifting your mindset first, then finding the right idea to work on, and then finding the right audience for your idea and business, and then launching quickly and effectively, and then managing your time as an entrepreneur because it's extremely important. Every part of this framework is critical, so please follow along. All right, time to grab a notebook and a pen. Guys, if you're serious, really serious about changing your life and kicking off 2025 with creating something worthwhile for yourself and for your family, then this is the least you can do. So go grab a notebook, grab a pen, and let's get started. Let's dive into the first step of the S.T.A.R.T framework, the mindset shift. Because trust me, mindset is everything when you're starting a business. So, why mindset matters? Here's the thing, your success doesn't start with the perfect business idea or even a ton of resources. If you have a lot of money, it doesn't matter. It starts here in your mind. Most people never take that first step because of one single thing, the fear. The fear of failing, the fear of being judged, or just fear of the unknown. But here's the thing, every successful entrepreneur that you've ever heard of started right where you are right now, feeling that same fear. But the difference is that they shifted their mindset. They turned their fear into fuel and they took action. And that's exactly what I'm going to help you do in this step. So now that we know why mindset matters, let's talk about how to actually shift it. And step one, manifesting your vision. Here's what that means. You have to get crystal clear about where you're going. What does your ideal future as an entrepreneur look like? Picture the success you want, your dream business, your lifestyle, the impact you want to create, every single detail. When you have a vivid vision, it becomes a guide. It pulls you forward, even when things get tough. And trust me, it does get tough. This isn't just some fluffy idea, guys. It's proven strategy successful entrepreneurs use to stay focused and motivated. So let's create yours. All right, now it's your turn to take this vision and make it yours. This is where you get to put the power of manifestation into action. So here's what I want you to do, guys. I want you to close your eyes for a moment, or just take a deep breath if that's more your vibe, and really think about your future as an entrepreneur. Imagine it in full color. What does success look like for you? What does your business look like? What do you feel when you think about your impact? So grab a pen and write this down. I gave you some couple of prompts that you can follow. Be very specific. The clearer your vision, the stronger your drive will be. So don't hold back, please. Dream big and let your vision be so vivid. This exercise isn't just about words on paper, it's about setting your direction. All right, let's take this mindset shift to the next level. Step two is identifying limiting beliefs. So, what is a limiting belief? It's that little voice in your head telling you things like, you're not good enough, man. You'll never succeed. Or you don't have the skills to do that. Or you're not qualified. It's the negative self talk that holds you back. But here's the thing, you have the power to change those beliefs. By identifying them, you can break free from them and replace them with empowering beliefs that push you forward. So let's do just that. Now, let's get real with ourselves for a moment. We all have those limiting beliefs. The things we tell ourselves that stop us from taking action or believing in our potential. But here's the secret, we can flip that script. In this task, I want you to list your limiting beliefs, then flip them into empowering beliefs that help you move forward. Here's an example. A limiting belief might be, I don't have enough experience. An empowering beliefs can be, I learn quickly and grow from every experience. Now it's your turn. Write down your own limiting beliefs and turn them into empowering ones. I'll give you some space to do this. But remember, this is not just about writing things down, guys. It's about making a conscious choice to step into a new, empowered mindset. So let's transform those beliefs. Now let's talk about the next game changer in shifting your mindset. It's called growth mindset. It is the belief that you can learn, improve, and grow from any situation, especially setbacks or failures. It's not about being perfect. It's about embracing the challenges and seeing them as opportunities to become better. Instead of saying, I can't do this, you'll start saying, I can't do this yet. Because with effort and learning, you'll get better. Okay, so time for some reflection here. We all have moments where things didn't go as planned. But here's the thing, those are the moments that shape us. So for this task, I want you to reflect on a past setback or failure and ask yourself, what happened? Be honest with yourself. What lessons did you learn? Even in failure, there is a lesson. And how will you apply these lessons moving forward? So what's your action plan to keep growing? Remember, growth is not about avoiding mistakes. It's about learning from them and using that knowledge to crush it next time. So go ahead, take a moment to reflect and write down your answers. The next step in your mindset shift is a daily practice. A growth mindset doesn't just appear overnight. It takes consistent and daily effort. The key is creating routines that help you build and reinforce that founder mindset every single day. It's not about working 24/7. It's about being intentional with how you spend your time and energy. So how do you create that daily practice? It's all about being intentional with how you structure your day to stay focused and energized. I want you to create a routine that reflects your goals and supports your mindset. So here's what I want you to do. Take a look at the table and fill in your ideal daily activities. Think about the times of the day you feel most energized and how to use that time wisely to grow as an entrepreneur. For each time slot, write down what activities will you do. What's the purpose behind it? Is it to boost creativity, stay grounded, stay on track with goals? By creating a solid routine, you're not just checking off tasks, you're training your mind to think like a successful entrepreneur. All right, now let's talk about something that can accelerate your success. It's engaging with communities. No entrepreneur succeeds alone. Surrounding yourself with the right people can provide support, feedback, and even opportunities you wouldn't have access to otherwise. Whether it's through online communities, finding mentors, or networking, connecting with others is key to your growth. So how can you start engaging? Let's break it down. You have to be strategic with your connections. It starts with joining the right groups and finding mentors who can guide you along the way. So here's what I want you to do. First, let's list out online communities you want to be part of. Check Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, subreddits. All you have to do is go to these platforms, you put the industry you're in, if it's business, if it's fitness, and then you'll find all these communities. Join them, find the most engaging ones, and be engaged as well. And find the right people who are engaged and talk to them and reach out to them. Next, think about mentors, people who inspire you or have the experience you want to tap into. Reach out to them, learn from them, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Reach out to people who are one level ahead of you or 2 levels maximum. Don't reach out to people who are 10 steps ahead of you. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, you cannot reach to Elon Musk and ask him for advice. Go to someone who's 1 step ahead and reach out to them. That's more feasible and more practical. Finally, let's work on your elevator pitch. This is your chance to introduce yourself and your mission in a way that's clear, concise, and compelling. It's perfect for networking events or even casual meetups. You can say something like, "Hey man, my name is Ayub. I have a fitness coaching program and I love getting people in shape. I love helping them reach their goals, fitness goals or nutrition as well. And I'm just looking to connect with people who are in the industry as well." So yeah, just something simple like that, or you can create something of your own that you are more comfortable with. The point is to be authentic, to give also value, and not just get and be a freeloader. You have to build relationship that is mutual, not just one-sided. It's very important. And building a network doesn't happen overnight, but taking small steps like these can set you on the right path. Now, let's wrap it up with one of the most important steps in shifting your mindset. Take action. No matter how great your ideas or mindset are, nothing happens without action. You can plan all day, but until you start moving, you're not going to make progress. It's time to stop overthinking and start doing, guys. The key is to take one small step forward today. That's where the momentum begins. Now, this is the most important part, is commitment to action. The truth is, nothing happens without action. And here's the thing. The first action you can take today is keep watching this video. Seriously, if you're committed to shifting your mindset and taking your business to the next level, then taking action means continuing on this journey right now. So write this down. One action I will take today is continue watching this awesome video and apply these steps, because this video is designed to help you take action right now. All right, guys, this is where the real transformation happens. You're not just starting a business, you're becoming an entrepreneur. This isn't just about launching a company or making money. It's about shifting your identity to match the person you're becoming. Entrepreneurship isn't something you do, it's who you are. So I want you to start thinking about yourself in that way. You're already an entrepreneur, and everything you do from now on should reflect that new identity. So guys, it's time to step into that role with confidence and start showing up as the entrepreneur you already are. This is your new reality, so embrace it. All right, now that you've shifted your mindset, it's time for the next big step in the START framework, targeted ideation. And by the way, for those who already have a business idea in mind, just skip to step 3 in the video. So this is where we move from mindset to actionable ideas, but not just any ideas, ideas that are strategic, focused, and aligned with your goals. You've got the mindset of an entrepreneur. Now let's start building the business to match it. All right, let's talk about finding your sweet spot. This is where your skills and passions collide. So, for example, if you're great at graphic design and you love helping small businesses to grow your passion, your sweet spot could be creating branding packages for startups and small businesses. Or maybe you're great at programming and you have a passion for fitness. You could start a fitness app or develop tech solutions for fitness companies. This is the intersection where your business ideas become not just exciting, but also something you're naturally equipped to succeed at. Let's find yours now. So write down 5 skills, things you're naturally good at or have learned over time. For example, writing, problem solving, cooking. And then write down 5 passions, the things that light you up or that you love doing. For example, fitness, fashion, traveling. Then I want you to look for overlaps. For example, if you're great at writing and you love helping others, you can look at copywriting services for NGOs, for example. Yeah. Or if you're passionate about fitness and you're great at social media content, you can look at managing social media for fitness companies or gyms. These are just some of the examples. The goal here isn't perfection, it's to get the ideas flowing. So write down as many possibilities as you can. All right, now that you've got a few business ideas, it's time to rapidly validate them. This is where you take your top ideas out into the real world and get feedback fast before you invest too much time or too much money. So here's how you do it. Share your top 3 ideas with people who could be your potential customers. These could be friends, family, or members of online communities. You have to pitch your ideas to them. Tell them what your idea is, why you're excited about it, and how it solves a certain problem. Then ask them, would you pay for this? Why or why not? Listen closely to their responses. Are they excited? Are they confused? Are they indifferent? What are their concerns or suggestions? This feedback will help you refine your ideas and pick the one that has the most potential. So, rapid validation is about getting real world insights quickly so you can make decisions without wasting any time. Okay, now it's time to act on your feedback. Assuming you already went to potential customers and spoke to them. If not, you can either pause the video now and go talk to some people, or just take notes and you can do that later. So based on your rapid validation, you'll pick the one idea with the most potential to pursue. This idea is the one that resonates most with people and gets you excited about building it. Now take a moment to write it down. Then I want you to write 1 paragraph description of your idea. Think about what problem it solves, who it helps, and why it matters. Keep it clear and simple. So go ahead and write down your description. All right, you've got your business idea, and now it's time to step 3, audience alignment. This step is all about making sure your business is in tune with the right audience. Those who will love what you offer and be excited to support you. Without understanding your audience, your great idea won't go as far as it should. So who are the people you want to serve? Let's dig into that and make sure your idea is speaking directly to them. We'll start with audience persona development, which is all about defining your target customer, the person who needs your solution the most. This is the foundation of your marketing and product decisions. Without understanding exactly who your audience is, it's hard to craft the right message or provide the right solution. So let's get into the details. Let's define who your ideal customer really is. All right, let's break it down into 2 sections, demographics and psychographics. We'll start with demographics. These are the facts about your target audience that will help you get more specific. For example, age range, location, industry, company size, job title, budget, or any other relevant factors that are specific to your business or product. Then we'll go to psychographics. These are the values, interests, and behaviors that drive your audience. For example, their values. What do they care about? Their interests. What are they passionate about? Or behaviors. How do they act? Are they early adopters? Do they value customer service? Take a moment to write all this down and get as specific as possible. Knowing these details will help you create a product, pitch, and marketing that resonates deeply with your audience. All right, now that you've defined who your audience is, it's time to figure out where they spend their time. This step is about identifying the platforms, spaces, or communities where your ideal customers hang out. Think about where they're most likely to connect, engage, or look for solutions. For example, are they professionals networking on LinkedIn? Are they part of a Facebook group? Maybe they love scrolling through Twitter for trends, or they attend industry events to stay ahead. Your goal here is to figure out the key platforms or places, online or offline, so you can focus your energy where your audience is most active. All right, let's make this practical. Your next task is to find 3 active communities where your audience already interacts. These could be online spaces like forums, social media groups, or even in-person gatherings like meetups or conferences. Start by listing the platforms and communities your target audience is most active in. Examples might include LinkedIn, it's mainly for professionals. Facebook groups are for hobbyists or niche interests. Twitter or X is for trend chasers or thought leaders or politics. You can go also to industry specific events or meetups. You can find them in meetup.com or platform like Eventbrite or some local platform like that in your country. Write down these three top communities where you can engage with your audience. By focusing on these platforms, you'll be able to connect with your audience in spaces where they're already active, learn about their needs, and start building relationships. So take a few minutes to brainstorm and list your top communities. All right, now we're diving into one of the most important parts of understanding your audience: pain point analysis. Why does this matter? Because every successful business solves a problem. The better you understand the challenges your audience faces, the easier it will be to design a solution they will love and actually pay for. Your task here is to pinpoint the biggest frustrations, obstacles, or unmet needs in your audience's life or work. And don't just guess. This is where you gather real world data straight from the source. Let's get into how to do this. Right, let's break it down into 3 steps to keep it simple and actionable. Step 1 is market research. Your first task is to talk to real people, at least 3 potential clients from your target audience. Ask them about the problems they face in areas related to your idea. What are their biggest frustrations? This step will give you first-hand insights into what your audience needs. Step 2 is identify common problems from your research. List the top 3 common challenges your audience faces. These are likely the pain points that your business could solve. Now let's take it a step further. For each problem, analyze how widespread and urgent it is. Use this table to evaluate it. This process helps you prioritize which problems are worth solving and which ones lead to a profitable opportunity. By the end of this task, you will have a crystal clear picture of the pain points your audience faces and how your idea can address them. Okay, now that you've nailed down your audience's biggest pain points, it's time to make sure your idea is the perfect match for their needs. This is what we call solution audience fit. Your goal is to evaluate how well your business idea tackles the top challenges you've identified. When your solution aligns with what your audience truly needs, you're not just building a product, you're creating something people can't wait to buy. So here's how you evaluate your solution audience fit. Use this table and start with your top 3 pain points, the most common and painful challenges your audience faces. Then for each one, write how your idea directly solves that problem. Take your time here. The clearer you are about how your idea aligns with these pain points, the stronger your pitch and product will be. By the end of this task, you'll have a clear blueprint of how your idea solves real problems for your audience. That's how you create value and build a business that truly resonates with people. All right, we've covered mindset, ideation, and audience alignment. Now it's time for the most exciting part. Step 4, rapid launch. Here's the thing: the faster you launch, guys, the faster you learn. Waiting for perfection kills momentum. And this is what ruins most people even before they start a business, because they just overanalyze things. Instead, focus on creating a minimum viable product, something simple that solves a real problem, and get it into the hands of your audience as soon as possible. This step is all about taking action, testing your idea in the real world, and getting feedback to improve. But don't worry, I'll guide you through how to do it step by step. So let's dive right into it. Okay, now it's time to bring your idea to life by creating your offer. Start by naming your product or service. Think of a name that's clear, catchy, and communicates value. It doesn't need to be perfect, just something that represents what you're offering. Next, describe it in detail. What exactly are you providing? Is it a product, a service, or maybe a combination of both? Be specific. This is what helps your audience understand why they need it. Finally, break down the key components or features that make your offer unique and valuable. These are the elements that will grab attention and show your audience why they can't pass this up. All right, let's fill this out together. First, write down your product or service name. This can be something simple and straightforward like eco-friendly meal planner, or something a little bit more creative like the productivity accelerator. Then your detailed description. Answer these questions to help you out. What are you offering? And how does it help your audience? Describe it clearly so that someone reading it for the first time understand its value. For example, a digital meal planner that saves time, reduces waste, and helps families eat healthier. Now write down your description. Next is key components and features. Break down what makes your offer unique. For example, access to weekly meal plans, grocery shopping lists tailored to your preferences, a dashboard to track progress and goals. Write yours down as well. By the end of this task, you'll have a crystal clear offer that's ready to capture attention and deliver value. Okay, now that your offer is taking shape, it's time to dive into pricing. I know it can feel intimidating, but don't overthink it. Pricing is a balance between what you feel your offer is worth and what your audience is willing to pay. So here's a quick tip. If you're just starting out, don't worry about pricing your product or service perfectly. Focus on getting feedback and be prepared to adjust. The goal here is to create a pricing structure that feels fair to your customers while ensuring you're covering your costs and making a profit. So let's break it down next. All right, let's start with the base price. Start by considering how much your product or service is worth based on the value it provides, not by its cost. The moment you start competing based on prices, you've already lost the battles because there's always going to be someone who's cheaper than you. So don't undervalue your offer, but also be mindful of your target audience. If you're offering something brand new, price it attractively to get early customers, but still value your time and expertise. Next, upsells and add-ons. If you can, offer complementary products or services. Upsells help increase revenue without extra marketing costs. Think about what extra features or bonuses would enhance the customer experience. A simple example, if you're selling an online course, an upsell could be a one-on-one coaching session or additional worksheets. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Just make sure the add-ons feel relevant. Next is payment options. Offering flexible payment options can make your offer more accessible. Think about your customers. Would they prefer to pay in installments or are they okay with one-time payment? Here's the thing. A payment plan can often get customers to say yes when they might otherwise hesitate. If you're offering a higher priced product or service, splitting the cost into smaller payments can help you make more sales. Then the delivery method. How will your product or service reach your customers? Make sure it's seamless. If it's a digital product, will they get an immediate download? Or if it's a service, will you be meeting with them in person or virtually? Clarity here will help prevent any confusion and make the transaction smooth. Next is time frame. If your product or service has a timeline, like a course or a subscription, be clear about it. Let them know when they will start seeing results or when they need to act. For example, if you're selling a 6-week course, mention that upfront so customers know what to expect. Lastly is your guarantee and refund policy. A solid refund policy can build trust and remove risk for your customers. You don't have to offer a 100% money back guarantee, but something like 30 days, no questions asked, is a great way to give customers peace of mind. A guarantee can boost your conversions because it shows confidence in your offer. As you fill out these sections, think about the big picture. Pricing isn't just about the numbers, it's about creating value and positioning your offer as something that solves real problems for your audience. So take your time and get clear on these details. It will pay off in the long run. All right, now that you have your offer and pricing structure in place, it's time to create your landing page. This is where the magic happens, where people will decide whether to buy, sign up, or learn more. Your landing page needs to do one thing and one thing only. Convince your audience that your offer is exactly what they need. It's not just about looking pretty, it's about being clear, compelling, and persuasive. So let's break it down step by step to build a landing page that converts. All right, here's the essential structure for your landing page. Follow this outline to ensure you cover all the key elements that will drive conversions. First is a headline. This is the first thing people will see. You have to make it clear and attention grabbing. Think about what problem your audience has and how your offer can solve it. For example, Struggling to manage your time effectively? Our tool can help you master productivity in just 30 minutes a day. Then, the subheadline. Think of this as a follow up to your headline. It should briefly elaborate on the offer and highlight the main benefit. For example, start getting more done with less effort starting today. Next is the problem statement. Here's where you get into their pain points. What problems are you solving for your customer? Be specific and show empathy. For example, you're overwhelmed with juggling multiple tasks and feeling like there's never enough time to get things done. Then the solution. Now tell them how your offer solves that problem. This is where your product or service shines. Make it concise but powerful. For example, our app helps you prioritize tasks and create a schedule that works for your lifestyle so you can finally breathe easy. Then benefits. Highlight 3 to 5 benefits in bullet points. These should focus on the outcomes your customers can expect. For example, save over 2 hours a day, improve focus and productivity, feel more organized and less stressed. Then we move to social proof. Trust is key here, so include a testimonial or statistic. If you don't have one yet, use a powerful statistic or something like over 1,000 users have improved their productivity with our tool. If you don't have any statistic, you have to give people away your tool for free to try and then get testimonials. This is the only way you can do it. Then the offer details. Summarize the key elements of your offer from the previous slide. Keep this simple and clear. Product name, price, key features. And then the call to action. What do you want people to do next? Be specific with your CTA. Do you want them to book a free consultation? Do you want them to buy the product immediately? Or do you want them to sign up for free? Lastly, the FAQ. Include 2 to 3 common questions and answers that might remove any objections or doubts. For example, what if I don't like the product? Or how do I know if this is right for me? All right, so once you have all these key elements, you're on your way to a high converting landing page. So where do you build these landing pages? If you're wondering where to actually have all these components, check out these platforms like Card, for example. It's super simple, easy to use, and affordable. Squarespace as well. It's great for beautiful designs, and Wix also is super flexible and user friendly. For some inspiration, I'm going to link in the description some landing page examples from HubSpot and Neil Patel. So take action on these tips and you will have a page that converts potential customers into actual buyers. All right, we're diving into one of the most important steps, if not the single most important step in this masterclass, is getting your first customers. It doesn't matter how good your offer is, or it doesn't matter how great your idea is if you don't get first customers to buy it. So personal outreach is one of my favorite and one of the best ways to kickstart a business. It's about reaching out to people directly, whether they're friends, family, or complete strangers, to tell them what you're offering. Yes, it can feel uncomfortable at first, but this is a crucial step in building momentum. If you cannot offer your product yourself, if you cannot sell your product yourself, if you cannot market your product yourself, then who the hell is going to do this for you? People want to know you're a real person behind the business. They also want to know how you can help them. So it's time to put yourself out there. All right, let's break this down into 2 types of outreach: existing contacts and cold outreach. Both are essential, and you can get started with both the right way. First, existing contacts. So start with people you know. These are your friends, your family, colleagues, and acquaintances. Here's a tip: offer your services for free to a few people in exchange for feedback or a testimonial. It will help you build credibility and gather some reviews to show future customers. Also, don't forget to ask for introductions to potential clients. A warm introduction is always much more effective than reaching out cold. Make sure you're keeping track of these contacts. Whether it's an Excel sheet or Google sheet, list their names and contact details and make sure to reach out to at least 10 to 100 people a day. The more, the better. I know it sounds like a lot, but remember, it's all about volume and consistency. Next is cold outreach. Now you're going to go beyond your existing contacts and reach out to strangers, people who fit your target customer profile. This can be intimidating, but it's an essential part of building your customer base. Do not overthink it. Just get your message out there. I added a template, a cold outreach template you can use when reaching out to people via email or social media. This type of outreach makes your message personal and focused on how you can help them without being pushy. You're offering value upfront, and people appreciate that. Plus, you will get great feedback and testimonials early on. You can personalize it to fit your own tone as well, of course. As for where to find the contacts, you can use platforms like Apollo or Lemlist to find people's emails and phone numbers if you prefer to cold call as well. So the key takeaway here is it's all about taking action. Do not overcomplicate things. The more people you reach out to, the more likely you are to start building relationships and securing your first customer. I promise you guys, if you just follow these steps, if you're consistent, if you message people every day, 10 to 100 people every single day, the more the better. You are going to get your first customers. You are going to get at least some feedback to enhance your offer, to make something better for your potential customers, and then offer it again or offer to more people. Okay, now let's move on to one of the most powerful tools at your disposal, social media. Whether you're just starting or trying to build your presence, social media is a gold mine for attracting your first customers. The key here is focused action. You don't need to be everywhere. Pick one single platform, create engaging content, and interact with your target audience. It's about building relationships and trust, which will eventually lead to sales. So let's dive into how you can get started. All right, first things first, platform selection. Do not try to be everywhere all at once. Pick one platform to start with and focus on that. Here's a quick rundown on which platform might be best for you. So Instagram is visual focused, so it's great for lifestyle and product-based businesses. Twitter is ideal for thought leadership or personal branding, conversation, or politics. LinkedIn is best for B2B services or networking and professional content. Facebook is great for community building. TikTok is perfect for viral content, creativity, and targeting younger demographics. So pick the one that makes the most sense for your offer and target audience and start building your presence there. Next, let's talk about content creation. So in order to attract your audience, you need to create content that's focused on your offer. So have the offer description you created early on always in mind, and use the hook, retain, reward framework to create engaging content. So what is the hook, retain, reward framework? So when you create a piece of content, you want to have these three components. First, you start with the hook. It's an attention-grabbing statement or a question. Then you want to retain them. You want to give valuable insights, tips, or examples that keep them engaged. Then the reward. You finish with something that leaves them with value or an actionable takeaway or CTA. So, for example, a post on Instagram could start with a question like, are you tired of wasting hours on social media scheduling? This is the hook. Then you follow it up with a tip or solution. And then you end it with a CTA, like DM me for a free consultation, for example. You want to make sure to link your landing page and offer in the bio of whatever platform you're using and in all your content. You want to make it easy for your audience to learn more and take action on your offer. Put it out there. Next is rapid audience building. Now that you're creating content consistently, you're going to slowly start building your audience. But in order to accelerate that growth, one of the fastest way to do that is to engage with others in your niche. So follow 50 influencers and accounts that align with your target market and engage with their content. This will help you attract attention and build your own following. For example, you can comment on their recent posts. You have to be thoughtful and add value to the conversation. Do not just comment some emojis. Next, you can share their content. This will help you build rapport with these influencers. They will appreciate it. You can DM them. You can reach out with personalized message to introduce yourself and offer something valuable. Do not just ask, just offer something of value as well. Next, you want to participate in their challenges or hashtags, or just be active in whatever they're doing with their content. This will help increase visibility. They will see someone, hey, like this guy is engaged with my content. He's participating in challenges. He's boosting my engagement. So he's gonna feel that he wants to give back, or just at least respond to your DM if you're gonna DM them. Or you can think about other creative ways to engage with them that align with your style and your audience. So be creative here. By engaging consistently, you'll start building relationships that can turn into leads and ultimately to customers. So please do not overthink that. Just start, post regularly, interact with people, and stay authentic. Your first customers could come from a simple comment or DM that sparks a conversation. As simple as that. All right, we're almost there. So now that you've launched, gathering feedback is one of the most crucial steps to refining your offer. Customer feedback gives you real insights into what's working and what needs improvement. It's the foundation of growing a sustainable business and scaling it to new heights. Even the biggest companies like Amazon are still very customer centric. They listen to their customers, they improve based on their customer feedback. So take that very seriously. And here's the thing, you're not just creating something for yourself, you're solving a problem for your customer. And the best way to understand if you're doing that effectively is by listening to them. All right, let's break this down into 2 actionable steps. First is creating your feedback survey. So we'll start by creating a short survey that asks your customers the right questions. The goal here is to learn about their experience, what they liked, and where they see room for improvement. Here are 5 examples of questions you can ask. What was the most helpful part of the product or service? What didn't work as expected? How easy was it to use or implement? What feature or aspect would you like to see improved? Would you recommend this to others? Why or why not? Feel free to add more specific questions that relate directly to your offer. Keep it short and simple so it's easy for them to fill it out. And please make sure you ask strategic questions. Do not ask yes or no questions. These are terrible for surveys. You want to ask questions that you can extract some valuable data from. Next, you want to find 5 people to interview, at least. People who are your ideal customers or current users of your product or service, and interview them about their experience. You can reach out via social media, email, or text, whatever you want. Reach out, ask your questions, and listen carefully to their feedback. This is where you will get gold nuggets of insights that will help you tweak your product or service for better results. It's very important that you are open to critical feedback. Do not get upset if someone tells you, hey, this is terrible or this is that. As long as it's constructive feedback, please don't take it to heart. Use it as a positive data point and a chance to improve yourself, your product, or service. People will tell you what they really think, and that's invaluable information for your business. All right, now that you've collected some feedback, the next step is analyzing and improving your offer. Feedback isn't just data, it's your roadmap to building a stronger product or service. When you start noticing patterns in what people love or what they struggle with, you will know exactly where to focus your energy on. Here's how you're going to break it down. Identify the 2 top positives. What do your customers love about your offer? These are your strengths, the things you should highlight even more in your marketing and delivery. Write them down. Next, you spot the top 2 areas for improvement. Identify the key areas where people think you can do better. These are the insights that will help you refine your offer. List them down as well. And then I want you to implement one immediate change. Don't wait to start improving. Based on the feedback, decide on one change you can make right now to elevate your product or service. What's the quick win you can deliver today? Write it down as well. I want you to focus on small iterative changes rather than trying to do everything at once. You don't want to fix every single problem at the same time. You don't want to have all the products, all the features you want to have or you envision to have all at once. You're going to go step by step. And this allows you to continuously improve while staying agile. All right, let's talk about something every entrepreneur struggles with at some point. Time management. Here's the thing. Time is your most valuable resource. You've got a million things to do when starting a business, and without a plan, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or waste time on things that don't move the needle. That's why step 5 of the START framework is all about mastering your time so you can focus on what matters most and keep the momentum going. Okay, now let's talk strategy. Time management is not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things. Enter the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This rule says that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. So instead of spreading your energy thin, focus on the high impact activities that truly move the needle for your business. The key is to identify which tasks fall into that 20% and prioritize them daily. Okay, now it's your turn to apply that. Think about your business goals. What are the 3 most important activities that will bring the biggest results? Write them down. These are your non-negotiables. These are the tasks you want to focus on every day, whether it's improving your offer, creating content, or engaging with your audience. I want you to evaluate your to-do list. If a task doesn't directly contribute to your goals or fit into the 20%, consider delegating or postponing it. Stay laser focused on what actually matters. Next up is time boxing, a game changer for anyone juggling a million tasks. So, what makes time boxing different from the classic to do list? Unlike to do lists, where tasks just sit there waiting to be checked off, time boxing gives each task a specific time slot on your calendar. It's not about whether the task gets fully done, it's about dedicating focused time to it. And when I say focus, it means absolutely no distraction. You remove your phone, you remove anything that can distract you from your environment. And here's what's great about it: you predict how long a task should take and commit to working on it for that time, whether it's 30 minutes or 2 hours. And there is no guilt if you don't complete the task within the box because you've already controlled what you can, your time. This approach keeps you productive without feeling overwhelmed or defeated if something takes longer than expected. It's all about steady progress, not perfection. Okay, now let's put time boxing into action. Take a look at your week and block out specific time slots for your high impact activities, the ones you identified earlier with the 80-20 rule. Use this table to plan your week. You start with your most productive hours. Block these for your toughest or most creative tasks. Leave buffer zones between tasks for breaks or unforeseen delays. And then stick to the time box. When the time's up, move to the next task or take a break. By the end of this exercise, you'll have a clear, actionable schedule designed to maximize your focus and results. Okay, now let's tackle one of the sneakiest things that drain your productivity: time wasters. We all have them: endless scrolling on social media, unproductive meetings, or saying yes to every request. These distractions eat up valuable time you could spend building your business. Here's the mindset shift: be ruthless about protecting your time. Identify what's wasting it and take concrete steps to cut it out or limit it. Eliminating these distractions gives you more focus for what truly matters, those high impact activities. All right, let's put that into practice. So, write down your top 3 time wasters, things that derail your productivity. Then brainstorm specific actions to reduce or eliminate them. For example, if it's social media scrolling, then you set up app limits or use a productivity tool like Focus Mode or some other apps in the App Store. If the time waster is unfocused meetings, then you send an agenda beforehand or ask if your presence is truly necessary. If the time waster is multitasking, then you use single tasking methods like Pomodoro to stay focused. So once you're aware of what's eating your time, you can take control and direct that energy back into growing your business. Okay, now let's move to daily priority setting. It is one of the simplest yet most effective time management tools. So every morning, before diving into the chaos of the day, take 5 minutes to identify your top 3 priorities. These are the tasks that will move the needle the most on your goals that day. Why only 3? Because focusing on a small, achievable list keeps you from getting overwhelmed and ensures you concentrate on what really matters. By the end of the day, checking off these priorities gives you a sense of accomplishment and momentum. So here's your task. Every morning, write down the top 3 things you need to get done that day. Keep it visible on your desk, phone, or planner so you can stay on track. By the end of the day, you will have a real, measurable progress to celebrate. So write down your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. All right, here's the final piece of mastering your time, the weekly review. So every successful entrepreneur takes time to step back and assess. A 30-minute review at the end of each week helps you evaluate what worked, what didn't work, and what you will focus on next week. Think of it as your personal strategy session. It keeps you aligned with your big goals, prevents burnout, and ensures you're constantly improving. Your task is pretty simple. Block out 30 minutes on your calendar for a weekly review, ideally at the end of the week on a Sunday, for example. During this time, you reflect and answer these 3 questions. Number 1, what went well this week? So focus on the wins, big or small. Celebrate your progress. Number 2, what could be improved? Identify the roadblocks or inefficiencies. How can you handle them better next week? Number 3, what are my top priorities for next week? Set actionable goals to hit the ground running. So make this a ritual you look forward to every single week. All right, you've got the tools, the strategies, and the mindset. Now it's time to put everything into action. Here's your game plan to keep the momentum going. Complete your 30-day action plan. I added it in the description below. Use everything we've covered so far to build and follow a solid action plan for the next month. Break it down into weekly and daily tasks. Small, consistent steps lead to big results. Number 2, schedule your weekly reviews. Make reflection a habit every week. Take 30-minute slot to review, recalibrate, and refocus on your priorities. Number 3, seek real-world feedback. Your audience, customers, and peers are your best advisors. Test your ideas, refine your approach, and never stop improving. Number 4, invest in continuous learning. The best entrepreneurs are lifelong learners. Stay curious, read, network, and keep sharpening your skills. Number 5, celebrate your wins. No matter how small, every milestone matters. Reward yourself. It keeps your motivation alive. Number 6, share your success. Your journey can inspire others. Share your story on social media with your network or in communities you're part of. You never know who you might encourage to start their own entrepreneurial path. All right, that's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this video. I appreciate your time. Whether you're just starting out or taking your business to the next level, I'm so excited to see what you achieve. So if you found value in this framework, please don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with someone who needs it. Also, subscribe for more practical and no fluff strategies for entrepreneurs. Please let me know in the comments also what step you're most excited about. And if you've got any questions, drop them below. I'm here to help you. I'm going to answer as many questions as possible. All right, so go out there, take action, and make your vision a reality. I'm rooting for you guys. And until next time, stay focused, stay driven, and keep building that dream. I'll see you soon.